Originally was planning just to go to the airport. Of course, now they've got a lot of other stops planned along the way if and once it gets built. Here's a look at the airport this morning, 40 west of Donaldson Pike. You can see the big B&A letters up there at the top of your screen. And just a reminder, if you are headed to the airport over the next day or two, they're continuing blasting. They did this last week from 8:30 this morning to just after noon. So today and tomorrow, you're going to be looking for some signs to redirect you. 216A, going to be a little bit difficult to navigate. They suggest going to one exit past that 216B or using Donaldson Pike to get into the airport again between 8:30 and 12:30 today for blasting, because there's just so many projects going on at B&A. They've continued to keep expanding, but as you can see, that inbound traffic on 40 having no issues getting through. 509 on this Tuesday morning. No crashes this morning. That's what we love to see. Saw it yesterday, a pleasantly surprising slow morning yesterday. Hopefully that carries over into today. Closer into downtown, 24 west of Ellington Parkway, just the same. Nice dry roads. Chilly start, not as bad as yesterday though, but still a little chilly out there for you this morning. The traffic report is brought to you by Middle Tennessee Honda.
It's just crazy.
We're still freezing out there.
I had to check a couple times, but it was getting warmer outside today. And then, of course, last weekend over in West Nashville at that Target shopping center, and it was just absolutely packed. Every single space was taken up. So if you're going out, just make sure just to be careful in those parking lots. A lot of people rushing, moving in front of cars. It's some blind spots. So just make sure you are paying attention when it comes to the last minute holiday rush of shopping. 65 at Rivergate Parkway this morning, dark and early out here. Just wanted to make a note that, of course, deer mating season last year extends sometimes last month, extends sometimes into December. But really recently, I don't know about you, but I have not seen as many deer on the side of the road as I have in the past couple of weeks. So that's coming to an end. I know up here, up north near Hendersonville, they have a big issue in Sumner County with a lot of deer up there, but thankfully seems to be coming to an end so far for this year. And here's a look. Vietnam Vets at Gallatin Pike. Nice and slow start. This traffic report is brought to you by My Tennessee Home Solution. We'll be right back after the break. Favorite, especially among all the little ones picking out books, but yeah, such a neat opportunity for them. And they always look at you saying, oh my gosh, I get to take all these home with me for free, and you get to take so many home. So what a great opportunity. It's not often you get to see Broadway this early in the morning. A nice quiet start. Of course, that's when all of our overnight deliveries happen. But if you happen to be going down there, you shouldn't face any issues, or really anywhere around the mid-state this morning. Here's a look at our big picture map, all in the green, running nice and smooth. That crash map remains clear as we're heading closer into the 6 o'clock hour. Hopefully it stays that way. We saw pleasantly surprising a lack of congestion yesterday. Hoping it stays that way today. We'll, of course, keep you updated throughout the morning, but starting to see just a little bit more cars here on the road. 24 west of Bell Road. Still nothing major, but I will have a look at those drive times coming up for you here in just a few minutes. Traffic report is brought to you by Electron. Morning, looking closer into Murfreesboro. Good morning to you, Rutherford County. 24 near Highway 231. Traffic is really nice out there. I mean, my goodness, it has just been a really nice start to our week. Even though we're having cold temperatures, may require a little bit more time to get that car warmed up in the morning. If you're able to defrost the window, of course, as much as you can. But this morning, of course, just a slow start. That's what we love to see. Just makes it really easy to start off the work week. So if you are coming in from Rutherford County, shouldn't have any issues right now. 18 minutes from Smyrna, just under half an hour in from Murfreesboro. Crash map still remains clear. If you are just tuning in, haven't had anything happen so far, and always crossing my fingers that it stays that way to bring you some good news. If you're coming in from Williamson County, good morning to you. 65 at Old Hickory Boulevard. Same story over here, just waiting for that sun to rise. Nice, dark, and early. If you're headed into the downtown area, or maybe you're headed south into Franklin, Columbia, or beyond. The traffic report is brought to you by Ashley. Taillights depending on the direction, and it looks like TDOT is trying to find something going on right now. You never know what you're going to find when these SmartWay cameras pull up, but it does look like we've got a semi with their flashers on over in the right shoulder. Going to be paying attention to our crash log to see if this is something that is crash related, or maybe they're just having some mechanical issues this morning. But as we know, anytime there is something stopped on either shoulder, left or right of the road, that really can cause a slowdown depending on where you're coming from, especially though 65 coming southbound in the morning. As of right now, 14 minutes from Millersville, 34 from White House, nothing major to worry about. And from the Wilson County line, all is smooth. Again, still waiting for that sun to come up, and the crash map as of right now still clear. This traffic report is brought to you by Ground Up Foundation Repair. Of course, we've got just a couple crashes that have popped up here on the map. One in Antioch Pike and Richards Road. That's going to be right off of Haywood Lane. And then a second crash, an interstate crash. We're going to be following 24 inbound, 24 east up between Whites Creek Pike and Old Hickory Boulevard. So if you are coming in from Jolton, Pleasant View beyond, could be impacted by this. We don't have any cameras on that crash. We do have one once you do get past that incident, and traffic seems to be moving okay, but I'm going to keep an eye on those drive times for you here. So a look at those before you head out, still waiting for the crash to reflect these times. The traffic report is brought to you by Reiselman GMC.